What's up? What's up? What's up, people? We are back. We are here. This is Babu Speaks, and man, I'm kind of nervous. Got me sweating in front of these two gorgeous ladies. Um, yeah, pretty privileged. We back. We like that topic. We decided to do it again. Part two. We got Miss Dallas next to me.
Hi,
We
everybody.
got Miss Sammy Yurick. Um, man. So like we're gonna have a lot of good information, but just to quick recap. Season one, Pretty Privilege. I think we really covered some good stuff on it. um, at the end of the day, we kind of came to the conclusion of being pretty and using your looks
Good or evil,
for as a weapon. Um,
either direction.
but I think that there's a lot more to it than just weaponizing beauty. We also realized, I think, or well, we actually covered also that pretty privilege isn't just for women. Um, and I guess it's more of a figure of speech. But at the end of the day, the because I spoke from a man's point of view that a man that is well dressed, that has money, that has clout, all that good stuff. Those are some things that gives him a leg up. Women being pretty, regardless of their educational background, regardless of how they regardless of how they dress, if they're pretty or gorgeous, they kind of get a double take from the world's point of view, regardless. Same as a man. At the end of the day, it's not just how good he looks, although that does play a part. But it could be his job, his career, how much money he makes, the car he drives, things like that. So, but we're going to see if we can dig into some other crevices of that privilege, that prettiness. And that's kind of where we're going with today. So, again, I have two beautiful, gorgeous ladies. And I mean, what other
A redhead and a blonde.
house would you come? We're
What's
pretty
better than
privileged,
that?
except we're pretty motherfuckers. Like, here we go. Like, what I'm saying? That's what we do.
Can't beat
So you can't beat it with a bat. You can't beat it with a bat. Man, I don't know who to start with first. Ooh, Miss Dallas.
All right, well, I'm gonna give the most recent pretty privilege. Well, that I counteract as
Like your
pretty
experience.
privilege. Yeah. So I just got pulled over pretty recently.
Ooh.
The cop followed me all the way from West Virginia. I work in Virginia, and I passed him probably going about 100, maybe 120. And then there was some traffic. You know, I almost got ran off the road, ran somebody else off the road.
Okay.
I'm one exit away from my job. And he decides to pull me over. He goes, "Do you know how fast you're going?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, I kind of think so." He'd been on my tail, and I didn't know he was a cop. Okay.
You didn't know
So
until you.
I was going like
It
96
was
this last time when I passed him. And
What zone was you in? 55, 70?
I mean, I went interstate
How bad
right
was
there,
the
Winchester.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, there was no damage. He literally took my things, asked me how far away my job was. I guess he went and looked it up, and then just let me go and said, "Slow
Oh my
down."
gosh.
That is reckless driving. Okay, whether I was in your state or not,
Y'all.
the cop because a lady cop pulled up behind him,
Right.
he waved her off. He wanted her to just go away. He made the lady cop that pulled up right behind him just disappear.
He wanted you all to
Yes, he
himself.
did. He
How
did. He
sweet.
wanted me all to himself, and then he gave me no ticket, none at all.
Oh my gosh.
Let me walk, going 120 past him. That's reckless driving. That's
Yeah,
that's
because
a license
25 over
That
is
definitely
reckless.
hurt.
Okay, and I have like 25 tickets.
damn near,
I
what,
pay
30?
$1,600 for 6 months of insurance. There's no way that he should have let me go.
No.
There's no way. My looks and the fact that I was in work uniform, yeah, that's what got me off. So it is pretty privileged, but it's also like you can use. Oh, I'm going to work. Oh, I just got off of work. It's a lot. It's also like how you can use your voice.
Yes.
And
It's
being
literally
able
about
to.
your approach and your charm,
Mhm.
using your charm and the way that you talk to them. I feel like a lot of police too, outside of even attractiveness, if you're very polite and just kind of like kiss their ass and be like, hey, like feed into what they, what they're trying to say, what they want, they will let you off a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
If you just kind of like tell them what they want to hear, I hate to say like being an ass kisser, but if you're just like overly polite, kill them with kindness, and kind of kiss their ass and be like, yeah, feed into whatever.
I mean,
They're
I
a lot
wouldn't
nicer
say.
and let you off more
I
frequently.
wouldn't necessarily say kiss the ass because I remember one time I was that was a couple years ago. This was probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and I was in Hagerstown, Maryland. One thing about me though, because I'm not a real weed smoker. I don't really like the taste of it. Every now and then, maybe whatever, but it's really not my thing. However, though, even if I was, I don't ride with it, so I don't never have that smell in the car. Now I don't know why, but ever since I was as long as I can remember, I am a sober drunk when I get behind the wheel. Don't ask me what that means. It basically means
You have a
when I
guardian
get behind the
angel?
wheel, I fucking wake the fuck up. I'm drunk as shit. The
It
road
means you
is
have a
literally.
guardian angel.
That part.
Yes.
I've literally been. This is
God's
a
work.
long time ago. I remember I was so drunk that the lines on the road were up where my motherfucking hood was. Like they were just. Boop, boop.
Wow.
That's how drunk I was. However, when I'm behind that wheel, I'm like, I'm on my shit. So mind you, I was not that drunk from what I just told you, but I was drunk and my level, your alcohol content is 0.08 is what they say. I'm sure mine was more because when I was at this Club Lust, I literally had 4 or 5 of my favorite drinks and I was bent, but I had to go to Hagerstown and I went to Hagerstown and literally got pulled over. However, when the motherfucking cops came, one, I wasn't an asshole. I wasn't a dick. I didn't give them attitude. I literally had them laughing like I was at a comedy show. So like maybe not pretty privileged, but the fact that I was cool and seemed normal and not ass kissing, but I just literally kept them distracted from being asshole officers. Whereas we were just basically having a conversation and I seemed normal. He said, well, and that's exactly what he said. He said, well, you seem like you're not lit. And actually they did do the breathalyzer, did the walk and all that. And I was like, look, bro, like I'm like in my 40s, like, so, don't be too hard if I don't have this step or that step.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, like, I'm like, you're gonna breathalyze me anyway. Why don't you just do that first? And then we might not even have to do this little fucking twister walking dance type shit. They like to play. They like to fuck with you.
That's how they get their little play off.
I think I was 2 points over, but because I seemed coherent, I seemed okay. I had these motherfuckers laughing. They let me go. No ticket, no DUI, no nothing. You feel me? Like it's not. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it's not so much as ass kissing as it is understanding the person on the other side of your problem and feeding to that person's ego.
Yeah, and being polite.
Because I remember, and then I'm gonna let y'all have. I remember a time I was in Winchester, not drinking, I didn't have no alcohol, nothing. I apparently ran a stop sign, or I was going too fast or something. Yeah. This dude pulled me over. I had been watching and binging this show on Netflix, Riverdale. I grew up with Archie in the comic section, Archie in the game, whatever. Riverdale is based off of that comic. This dude looked just like Archie, the character in the series in Netflix. And the first thing I did, scared to fucking death. At the end of the day, I'm a black man. Anytime you put me over, I'm scared. Period. That's where we at. It is what it is. But no. This was last year. Oh no, this is the beginning of the year. Sometimes. But at the end of the day, once you roll that tinted window down and they see your pretty face, you're not so much a target no more once they see your pretty face.
Yeah, and that's
but me on the other hand, I'm attractive. I ain't ugly, but that privilege that they have when they get pulled over ain't the same privilege. I gotta talk. They just gotta wink. Yeah. Hey, officer, what was I doing?
Hey, I overly.
But no, look, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish this one.
All right.
So, dude looked just like Archie from Riverdale, and bro, like I'm living on my shit. So I'm like, when he come up to the window, I'm like, oh, you know who you look like? He said, I kind of think I know what you're about to say. Archie, yeah. And me and him fucking laughed at it. He's no longer tense. You feel me? He's off his motherfucking goddamn. I'm gonna be an officer right now. You feel me? He was cool. He was cool. We laughed about it. Boom, boom. He gave me a warning. I went on my way. But you know, there are people in this world that, regardless of their look, they come off as an asshole to an officer because it's like, oh, why the fuck you pulled you over because he's doing his fucking job, or maybe he's just, you know, you did something to make him put whatever the reason is. If you can kill him with kindness, you probably have a better chance at, you know, driving away with a warning. You feel me? Or driving away at all.
But that being said, there are some that you cannot kill with kindness, and as soon as you
That is
do,
true.
that's just going to piss them off 10 times more. Because I have had that happen multiple times. Sometimes the killing with kindness does not work.
Yeah.
Did that one time with an
'Cause they
old
think
ass
you're trying
officer.
to manipulate them.
Yeah, well, I did that with an old ass
Well,
officer who was supposed to
sometimes
be
it-
from Moorfield. He's like, you just seem shifty. And he goes, all right,
More
get
from
out of
West
the car.
Virginia?
Yeah. He's like, get out of the
Bullshit.
car. Made so I could
You
search
made you
my
get out of the car?
I had my son with me, search me and everything.
Where's your son?
Made me get out of the car and everything.
Oh,
When he didn't find nothing, he was just like, well, it smells like you smoked in here. And I said, did you find anything? And he goes, go on about your day. And I said,
You know,
what?
there's a reason I got veteran plates. I went to the DMV because, you know, I'm military. I literally went to the DMV and got veteran plates so they would fuck off just a little bit, and it seemed to work a little. So
I mean, at the end of the day, every personality that you can think of is in the police force.
yeah,
If you really think about it. And the one that you're talking about, was probably bullied in school. He probably was bitched in
they're on a
school.
power trip.
And at the end of the day, now he's got a badge. He's got authority. He's got, you know what I'm saying?
Not
He's
all
literally
of
like
a
the
lot.
shit in his head. Not in
There's
real
all the
life.
same type in the same police force, but what's happening?
They're
He's
not-
getting bullied by his force. It ain't about school,
And
it's
he's
his
the,
force.
exactly. I mean,
He's
but
the
you know
bitch
what?
of his force. He's got to
That part.
stand up
Now
and
he's
And you
trying
know
to
what?
speak
And you know what? And you know what though?
By being a
Not only did he get bitched in school, bullied in school, and then he became a police officer. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
he's still not accepted there. But at the end of the day, whatever it is in his head that he hasn't accepted to become more sociable, is his Achilles heel, and it's following him through his whole life. And now the only people that he can actually take advantage of is us civilians who have no power against him. Unless he fucks with the right one who literally gets him in trouble.
Yeah.
This being said, I do respect
And that's the
cops.
hard thing to do.
I do respect cops until you give me a reason not to at the end of the day. Until you give me a reason not to, you know.
I respect
then-
cops that are not being unnecessary.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm
If
black.
you
They
are
killing us. I
literally-
respect every fucking one of them. You pull me over, I'm gonna be the nicest motherfucker in the world. Now again,
If you
you're
are clearly
mentioning
making
like
a personal
kissing
agenda,
ass. Oh, I'm gonna
that's a
kiss
problem.
ass. At least I'm gonna look like I'm kissing ass. Because as long as I drive away alive
Yeah.
with my breath breathing and no bullet holes in
and
me,
that's why it's
I think
important to know your
I did
rights.
that successfully. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, sorry. At the end of the day, I see what's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, we're not going there. No politics, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm alert and conscious to what's going on in the world. So when I get pulled over, the first thing, my wallet's up top, my
As a
hands
black
on the wheel.
man,
You
have
feel
to
me?
know your
My
rights.
hands on the
You
wheel.
have to.
I don't make no sudden
But
moves.
see me,
But-
when I get pulled over, when I got pulled over, I'm shifting and I'm throwing
You
things.
can
I
still
didn't
be
even get.
polite.
I didn't
but
even
know your
give the
That's
rights.
not
officer
just
the right.
pretty
Don't let
privilege,
them
that's white
stumble
privilege.
It is what that
Know
was
your
white
rights.
privilege because I throw the weed pen to the side. I don't even think that I gave him the right information. I think that I gave him my car registration.
You're probably
And-
nervous.
Well, I think I gave him. Okay, what are you supposed to give him?
Your license, registration, and if
Okay.
you're in West
If
Virginia,
you don't
your
have
insurance.
anything, they ask for your social.
Virginia does not
I
require
think
that.
I gave him my license and my car insurance, but I didn't give him my registrations, and he didn't ask for it. He just went and did something, and then came back and let me go.
They probably ran a tag.
I have a crazy, pretty privileged story about police.
Let's go. And you know, this is just kind
And
of
this
like
proves the
interesting,
point.
but go ahead.
Let me tell. I worked a private party one time. I got hired for a private party as a dancer, right? It was like a bikers club, treehouse, whatever type of private Friendsgiving. It was around Thanksgiving. It was like
You
a
got your
friend.
treehouse back.
No, but you know what I mean. It was like their little bikers clubhouse, like Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving kind of party. That was the theme. Anywho, right? I left. I'm not kidding. I was
No.
like an entire bottle of
That's-
Hennessy
you wanna taste it?
down. I have a personal breathalyzer, right? So I can check myself. I'm not joking. I blew like a fucking 4. Do you know how insane that is?
A 4 what? 0.0?
No, like not a .04, like
Just
a
a straight
4.
4.
A straight
A
4.
4.0.
Not a
That's
And
what I just said. She said no.
.08 is an actual 4. I blew a 4.
Hey,
0.4.
how are you not?
4.0.
Damn.
4.0.
Holy
I
shit.
blew an actual 4. I was like an entire bottle
Damn.
of Hennessy down. Like
Holy
my eyes were like, I was like bobblehead. I was like a fucking bobblehead doll.
God.
I should not. And I'm just saying, before I get hated on this podcast, yes, I regret it. It was many years ago. I was a lot younger. I was more reckless, and I regret ever getting behind the wheel. But let me just explain what happened, right? Pretty privilege. It's a thing. People want to deny it, but it's a thing. When you're attractive, you get away with more things that are more serious, where other people who are less attractive do not. And I swear to you, this is a real thing. I left this private party, and you know how they have, like, you could be on a main road, and then you have that little section, almost like how Hillsborough, y'all know Hillsborough, Virginia, how it kind of switches very quickly just for that portion of the neighborhood. It's just like a little neighborhood, and the speed quickly changes from like 45 to 15 or 20 just for that zone. Well, I was so fucking drunk, I didn't even notice the zone changed. I went through this. This was Prince County, by the way. This was a whole nother area. I didn't notice. I was so drunk, I didn't notice the zone change. And I was still going like fucking 50 through a 15, 20 neighborhood. The cop comes behind me, he pulls me over. Clearly, I'm drunk as shit. I'm slurring. My head's
Clearly.
bobbing around. Like, I'm like, hey, man. Like,
Yep.
oh,
Hold on. You did that in front of him.
yeah.
Oh.
And that's why I say pretty privilege is real. He did the DUI test on me. He had me walk the line, like toe, you know, the toe, foot in front of another, one foot in front of yes, the heel toe shit. He had me do that, and he had me count the ABCs
That's
backwards.
set up for
I
disaster.
was clearly stumbling and slurring, and I passed like half the test. And he was like, "Oh yeah, like you passed." He's like, "Yeah, you passed. Like it's all right. Go home." Like he let me go. He literally let me go, and I was fucking stumbling around on the line.
Do you
Like
know,
I looked like a fucking penguin wobbling around on the line trying to do the toe heel.
I have never had to
And he
take
let
any
me go.
DUI tests. I've been
And it's
pulled over
only
like
because he
15
found me
times.
attractive. I promise you, it's only because he found me
Well,
attractive.
yeah.
If they would have, he did the test, but if he would have breathalyzed me with his breathalyzer, I would 100% have jail time. Like 100%.
And so I want to get out the police. Because there's a lot of other avenues. So like again, now all right, so like when I'm shallow, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, women have a certain edge, but again, it's the ones that don't use it for as a weapon. You feel me? Because I don't know. Me personally, so like okay, a beautiful woman is you can't take that from her. Technically, a beautiful woman is a beautiful woman, right? But when a beautiful woman is leaning on her looks, now to some extent, I'm not saying that that is wrong. But when she uses it in a predatory way, as a weapon, as a fucking,
To do wrong.
you know, to take advantage of a person, their thought process, to use it in a gaslighting way, to use it in a way to like where as she's not becoming genuine, where she like treats a man a certain way, and then the other people in her whatever her circle is, she doesn't do that. That's wrong to me. However, though, let's say, a woman who is very attractive, very gorgeous, very appealing, knows that if she goes into a particular job, that's going to help. And again, there are ways, and it really depends on the person's moral value, how they brought up, and who they are, and how they use their looks different.
The intent
90% of
behind
I say it in multiple of my videos, 90% of my friends are dancers. At the end of the day, the only ones you're going to see on this show are the ones that are solid, or the ones that are real, or the ones that are my best friends, or the ones that I'm cool with. I'm not going to bring, unless I'm just trying to drag a bitch, I'm not going to bring a motherfucker on here that ain't worth two fucks, or who is vicious, who's predatory, who's poisonous, who's a snake,
bad
who's evil,
vibes,
who whatever, you feel me?
witches.
At the end of the day, anybody you see on this show, gonna be cool as fuck, gonna be solid, gonna be,
Chill.
I trust, you feel me? But at the end of the day, like, there are certain circumstances, and there's so many different avenues to travel with this topic, which is why we're doing the second take on it. If you're using your looks as an advantage, because otherwise you would not have that leg up, like for a job, for a ticket, like things like that. You feel me? But as long as you're not like, and I'm not the all on this subject, because I'm just basically just giving my opinion. But if you're not using it to hurt people, by all means, be pretty. Because at the end of the day, like, I step out the house like this all the time. You feel me? On the weekends, I'm fuzzy and I'm safe. Ooh,
So I
that
am
part.
going to chime in on this a little bit, and I will say
Okay.
there are women out there who aren't given a choice other than to use their looks. They've tried the other route. They're not being seen. They're not being listened to. So I
And
will
that's
say,
the
yes, I
go-to.
see your point, but also there is that side of there are women out there who, if they did not use their looks, would not be where they are today.
100%.
Like, what's her name? Her last name is Tilly. She's an
Jennifer
actress.
Tilly?
Jennifer Tilly.
Are you serious? Jennifer Tilly?
Hold on. She is
my
one.
favorite.
She is one of those. In her very early active days, she
Oh.
had to do those. She had to use her body to get parts.
Yeah, and like
And now-
talent-wise.
And now
And
she's gotten parts that are serious, that are meant for her, that she's taking very
I feel like
serious.
Sydney Sweeney's a
She's
huge
one of my
example.
favorite actresses.
She's
Another
beautiful.
one of those. I don't know her name.
And
She
her acting
is
is
in
very
Modern
cringy.
Family. She's the woman who speaks she's a Spanish girl. But like, again, there are women like who are intentionally using their looks, but
Because sex sells.
I'm not
Looks
sure.
just-
But
Literally,
that's the
the
thing.
physical
Sometimes
sells.
you have to use your image. There are many women who have had to use their image to get where they are, and then they've spun it around.
They
So
gain
yes, I see what you're
success.
saying. It can be used for malicious, but sometimes as a woman, and not so much anymore, but in years earlier.
I beg to differ. I think more so now because social media.
Yeah, but it's so
Social
that's
media
all
makes it
women-
hard because
that's all women are. You can make your body anything that you want to be. Those
Right.
women,
Exactly.
they didn't get an
You can
opportunity to
build.
make
You
their
can
body.
build a body.
They had to
And
use
money,
that-
money.
you can build a
and
body.
I'm-
You can build looks. You
I-
can't
I-
build
this is-
personality, character.
I have a friend. I'm not gonna say her name. She's a dancer. Been knowing her almost about 4 years, give or take. Gorgeous, shaped black girl. Gorgeous, nice shape, long, real. When I say real, like not from the real hair she bought, but like real hair she grown from birth. And literally was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a BBL. I'm gonna get a tuck." And I'm like, "Why?" Oh, because society says, that's the shit. Nah.
Society
But
does not
that-
say that at
And
all.
like, and me as a man, because she's definitely into men, not women, but and we weren't not dating or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, like, we were friends, and I'm like, from a man's point of view, you ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta touch. You got more ass than the law allows. Like, at the end of the day, she's like, nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm like,
Men with money like
but
natural.
but
That's all
but
I'm
see,
saying.
that comes from watching these fake ass bitches on social media, Instagram hoes,
That's
whatever,
what they
whatever,
sell
whatever.
you.
Like at the end of the day, they make it seem like if you don't do that, you ain't certified, you ain't stamped and approved. At the end of the
But
day,
that's not to say even
I'm,
women
I'm, I'm,
that aren't beautiful.
and I'm
It's
not saying
her
that
choice.
Yeah, like,
she
we're
was
not.
wrong for insistently going through with it. What I'm saying is that her mind was affected because of what she sees and
She
is
was so
exposed to.
brainwashed
So
by
social
the
media,
trends. She
um,
saw
Yeah.
trends.
I used to
the
want to
the,
get
the,
lip
the, the
fillers.
social media platform is. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna put it to like,
Scary.
if you have not seen the movie on
It's
Netflix
not
called
like your life.
Uglies, you need to
It's
watch that
highlights.
because that was a portrayal of what social media and the world at large has done to young people and people with weak minds.
Social
This
media
movie,
is a poison.
this movie was literally crazy because it literally told the truth. There was so like this was a futuristic movie, like sci-fi, but not like aliens type shit. This was a movie where they were advanced with technology, so forth, so on. These powers that be were called the pretties, and if once you reach the age of 16, your 16th birthday,
the movie.
you were
The series.
given the choice to be one of the pretties. And of course, everybody wants to be pretty because the powers that
Well, they
be
had no
said
value.
that the
They
powers
had
that be
good
said
features.
this is what pretty is.
Right.
At the end of the day, the girl that was the star of the movie was already fucking pretty. But then, like once you do this procedure, this
You're not
surgery,
pretty anymore.
it makes your
Now
eyes
you're valuable.
golden. It makes your eyes gold. Your hair, you have no pimples, you have no flaws, you have nothing. Your hair is perfect and and blonde, of course. And you were one of the pretties. You were just like Brad
But
Pitt,
remember what they
or
did?
fucking like
They made them
like
perfect,
what's his
but
name?
but the catch was they took their emotions
Anyway,
away.
so no,
they
they
couldn't-
they didn't
couldn't
take
feel anymore.
they didn't take the emotions away.
When they got the surgeries,
literally
yes,
they
they made them
to a
to
degree,
control
but
them. So they
however,
couldn't control them.
you're right, to a degree, or a little bit. But
That's
at the
why
end
they
of the
said
day,
only a select few
it wasn't
girls
just
come in.
their emotions that they had to that were affected. They were in a hierarchy, and they didn't want to lose their status, regardless of their emotion. Their status probably dictated more than what they were actually truly feeling. So, like now, back to what I was saying, the people that like this girl that my friend, she literally was like, I'm gonna get to this. And no matter what I told her, no matter how I said, you are gorgeous, you are beautiful, you already got a shape, you got an ass, you don't have a stomach, you don't have no love
can't change
handles,
somebody's
you have
culture.
long
She
flowing
does.
locks, your hair is gorgeous, your hair is pretty, you have full lips, you're gorgeous. I don't care, I'm still getting it. Why? Because she was so influenced by what she's been seeing through her life, and maybe the people that of the clubs that she's danced in didn't really accept her, but maybe go to a better club where they like real motherfuckers. Hold on, let me get this out, and then I'm gonna give it to y'all. But at the end of the day, she went through the procedure. She went and did it. But the thing that, because I'm always like, what if? So like, again, we can look at the reviews and all that of these places that do these procedures. But at the end of the day, like, what is it going to look like 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now? I seen a girl at our old club literally had breast implants, and those, I don't know, deflated or she had them taken out, because literally, like, now instead of her being out here, she's literally like pancakes. And she had to get them redone. Like, that's some, do you really want? And she wasn't even in the position to actually pay 7, 8, 10, whatever it costs to redo that. So, like, is it something that you can maintain? Is it something that people in the industry that make that kind of money? It's a different story, I guess. You got that bread, but somebody that's normal, that's trying to be abnormal, I don't know.
What I was gonna say is social media is completely different from reality, right? And we all know this. They try to sell you an idea, a trend, what they want women to think that they need or should be doing, and it's not the truth, it's not reality. because coming from, so, not to throw a business, we'll just say top girls. Like, we are both top girls, so we make money, we have a lot of regular stuff like that.
No,
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Men, they will say, on social media that they like all these procedures and everything, they'll like the photo, whatever. But in reality, they will spend money and they like women. They're more attracted to women with natural bodies. You know why? Because men like variety. At the
But
end
that's
of the day,
not the norm on social media.
when
It's sad
you
to
are
say.
a natural woman, we don't look like carbon copies of each other. We don't all look exactly the same. We don't look like, smack images of one another, the same Barbie doll, like fucking bodies. Like, imperfections actually turn people on. They turn the men on. And men actually, in reality, not social media, real time, real world, they like and they are attracted to those imperfections and those natural bodies because they like that variety and they like the differences that we have. They like my freckles. They like my hip dips, They like my thick thighs and my stretch
so
marks.
surprised about how many
You will make more
compliments
money.
me and her get on just the random things. It's summertime lately,
Mhm.
and I got a compliment
They'll spend more on that.
the other week, and I think it was from one of your customers that you guys liked my tan lines.
Yeah.
I'm very white, as you can see. I have terrible tan lines during the summertime, and they were like, "Oh my god, like your tan lines, they're amazing," and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I was so insecure about them, but like, when
But those
it was
imperfections
awkward among
are
her
beautiful
customers.
to people.
I mean, the part about you being awkward about your tan lines.
Because no, my god, I was peeling. I'm
They
white.
don't want
But I mean,
those.
obviously, you just peel. You've never peeled before. You don't. It's like you
No,
go through
but
the
I
peeling
never,
and
I
then-
never. So I got out. Sativa got me out in the sun so much this summer. Like, she
Yeah.
fried my ass.
She was she was burning the beach up,
She fried my butt in
and
the
she
summer.
loved the tan lines.
And
you
I got
hated
like
them. That's
I
crazy.
even still have some of the tan lines. Like they're that they were
They
that prominent. Like I was peeling like hey, they were very bad. Like it was just on my back. They're like it's crazy that they're only on your back, but like I like it. It's like it's very attractive. So you very much so be surprised what guys are attracted to. So like
You would be. Like we've seen a lot of
yes,
things.
you would be
I
surprised.
always wanted a boob
I'm-
job
I'm-
because I breastfed. I had a baby and I had breastfed, and my chest completely changed. But it didn't change really in a bad way. It just my chest, like my body became more curvy, my hips and my chest became wider and more full. I became more full and womanly looking. And guys, I would be like, I want a boob job. Like, I miss my small breasts. I miss how my small breasts used to look before I had a baby and breastfed and everything. But like all the guys that I've talked to and they've seen my breasts, they're like, but you look very womanly to me. Your breasts look full. They look beautiful. You just look very womanly, and I love that.
I'm gonna say that I'm a '70s baby. At the end of the day, I don't need to be super perky. As long as they don't look like pancakes, I mean, I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day,
You'd be
at the
surprised.
end of the day, there it is. I promise you, it's not the guy that is in a middle class to lower class neighborhood that's saying, "Oh, you should get your breasts done," or "You should get your butt done," or "You should get your lips
And
done."
if they
I
say
promise you, it's somebody that's in the
They don't even
entertainment
know.
industry, or and
That's not
honestly,
genuine
I'm
person.
gonna say this. Forgive me for saying it. At the end of the day, most people that really promote, produce that, and push that are the ones that are like the circus ringers, the circus owners. They want you in the entertainment field, and basically you are going to be the newest clown in the circus because that world does not translate or merge into normal society. But it does have an effect to where normal society is like, oh, I want to be like that because I want to be accepted because that's all you see on
Because that's the
TV.
image
society,
You feel me?
society
Like
isn't
what
normal
you
anymore.
you know,
Society is
it's
very
not.
People are
accepting
It's not
of
because
everything.
TV,
They're
streaming,
making their bodies display
social
because they
media,
don't have to leave their house. Everything is like it's so homeward.
and
Like
they're making money.
everyone, I'm so fast forward
Those
on like the feet
imperfections,
finder, like the
That's
like
more
Pornhub.
attention.
What is
XNXX.
OnlyFans. Like I'm so all for those things,
I
but
just made
those
$30
things-
today for a
Why would
video.
you
on
want to
one.
look
on.
like everybody
all of
else?
those things, if you
Fuck that.
remember where they geared from, were home videos. No one was a certain look. No one had breast implants. It was just at home. You
Early
were doing your thing.
2000s beauty was like on
Like, you
another
don't-
level.
Like, and I'm not saying that like you look bad if you do this, but if you're gonna choose to make that decision to do something to
Don't be
alter your
outrageous
body,
with it. That's all I'm saying.
make sure that you get the full fucking value out of that shit. Okay,
Yeah.
make sure you're gonna get everything that you've wanted and that you know you're gonna get. Because one day you may wake up and be unhappy, but make sure that you do not wake up that one day and be unhappy. Always be happy with the decisions that you make.
And that
Exactly.
and
If it
you know
makes
what?
you
You know
happy,
what?
like,
You
we're
know what?
not
Fuck
hating.
that.
But
Fuck
There
for
is
me,
no
Check this
hate.
out.
for me, why
Check
would I
this out.
want to look like everybody else?
At the end of the day,
I feel good.
I'm
being
gonna
different.
play devil's advocate right now. If you want that, use your pretty privilege and make somebody else pay for it. You understand $7,500 is a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of money.
It really is.
It's a lot of money.
In this economy, like, you know what I mean?
There you go. I'm done.
Listen,
Not me
But
though, because I
we're
ain't
not
paying
hating,
for
you
shit.
know, it's
I did
not-
it one time.
If it
I ain't
makes
doing
you
it again.
happy as a
I'm just,
woman,
you know,
do what
my
makes you
people
feel
like-
good. What makes you happy.
But-
But for me,
But
I realized like I like my uniqueness and my differences.
I love what she said,
I feel
but I'm gonna
better
add to that.
that I don't look like a
Right.
bunch of other people.
No, you
I'm
look-
sorry.
You look
No,
like the
no, I'm
1%.
sorry. Go
You
ahead.
look like the 1%. No,
And I don't mean
you're
that in
fine.
like a hateful way.
You also look like
you know?
1%. So look, I'm gonna say this because at the end of the day, these shows that we do is not about just. I'm not riding nobody. At the end of the day, if you love it, I like it. If you like it, I love it. Actually, if you like it, I
Yeah.
fucking love it.
as
Get
do
your
I.
breasts done, get your ass done, get your lips
Do
done.
what makes you
Get the
happy,
plump,
but
put the
I
plumper
wanted
on.
to get
that
Plump
you're
that
beautiful
shit. I have a best
with or
friend.
without it.
She might be watching right now. You know
It's
I'm not down to you,
confidence.
girl. Hey,
Be confident.
down bad. That's at the end of the day. Plump your lips if you want to plump them. But at the end of the day, don't do it because Instagram made it look good. Don't do it
Because
because
Instagram said
no.
that was pretty.
Don't do it because Snap made it look good. Don't do it because do it because you genuinely want to enhance your body with these tools, these artifacts, or whatever you want to call it. But look, before and I'm trying to give some good wisdom and some good encouragement and some good motivation for you to take with you when this show ends. At the end of the day, you can rewatch this shit for whatever reason. But make sure, and I can't tell you what to do. I can only literally like give you, my encouragement and my energy. But make sure that you're not doing it for the wrong reasons.
You're doing
Make
it
sure
for the
that
heart.
make sure
Don't move
I
easily.
swear to God, make sure you ain't doing it for no dude at the end of the day.
Don't.
Because if you're doing it for him, he need to pay for that shit. Fuck. No. Yes, hold on.
No,
No.
not if
Let me-
he's
no,
paying for it.
no,
Even
no,
if you don't
no,
want
let
to do
me-
it, even if
let
he's
me-
paying for it, don't do it.
I know.
Even if he's
no,
paying for it,
well,
don't do it.
Well,
I don't know if y'all
I
keep up with
I'm not
news
saying
and all
no.
that articles,
Let me. I'm.
but a lot of women
It's
die every
slow
year.
coming out. It's slow coming out.
Alright,
Let me get this out.
Think
I voted
deeply
for it.
about
I guess
it
what I'm
first.
saying is make sure that what you're doing is not for you to love yourself more. Because you're not going to love yourself more because you got fake titties and an ass and they literally sucked out all the fat around your stomach. That's not going to make you love yourself more if you don't know how to love yourself right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
Love you first. And I promise, if you love you first, I mean, truly, genuinely, like look in the mirror and be like, I love who I am. I respect who I am. I respect what I'm going through. I respect my journey, my storms, and all of that. And you know what? At the end of the day, by the time you learn to love yourself truly and literally like, just like without any regulations, to like truly love yourself, you might not even want that surgery after that.
And believe me
You
when I
feel me?
say,
And even if you
uniqueness
still
is
want
a
it
good
after
thing.
loving yourself and knowing who you are and finding you, then if you still want it, then yes, make it happen. But make sure that you don't be outrageous with it. There's ones out there, literally like they got G's, F's, and letters of the alphabet that
Why
should
would you
not be
wanna
on
be
your
like
body.
Max?
At the end of the
You
day.
can stand
And
up
I promise
to
you that
you.
shit's gonna come with some medical situations later on down the line. But make sure you do your research. Make sure you get a very qualified and very safe and very very like prestigious and in a medical situation where you know that they're solid and they're not gonna fuck you up because that shit. I've seen movies, and at the end of the day, movies are based on real life. That shit, there's some horror stories. Go down. I'm going down to the Dominican Republic or to Haiti or whatever, and then they come back and that shit really just.
I'm
fucking
always,
laughing.
I'm always scared of like going to do something and then like I'm coming back like missing a kidney or my spleen, and they didn't do anything to my body. They're just or like a leg.
And I'm not perfect. Last year,
terrifying.
no. Was it last year? No, it
It
was early
A while ago.
2023 when I was
It was a
still
while
with us and Coy and Valentine.
Ooh.
And they were like, "Oh, we're going to Northern Virginia to get a quote or whatever at this place." I went with them to literally like get a, I went there. At the end of the day, I respect the ones that do it and why you're doing it. I have the same insecurity, or had the same insecurity about my stomach, and I hated my body only because of my stomach. Never been like totally huge or totally big or whatever. But I went. And you know what that fucking lady told me? They got their quotes. Everything was whatever it is, what it is. She said, you need to. She said, bro, like your wall has separated, blah, blah. If you need to like do some workout, you need to do this, you need to do that, X, Y, Z, and then maybe come back. I was like, I didn't know. Hopefully, that really crushed me a little bit. So, like, thank you, diabetes, because now I got 6-pack, bitch. Like, I'm like that. I'm like that. I'm sexy.
And don't hate on me, but this is exactly why I tell women who say that they want to get procedures, I say, well, hear me out. I'm not being a hater or anything, but give yourself a chance first. Go to the gym for a couple weeks first. And at the end of the day, everybody's genetics are different and their anatomy, their body is different. You know what I mean? And it might not work in your favor. It might.
That's
a lot
why I'm
of
so
people
glad I
can,
got co-stars.
but a lot
This
of
is
people
fun.
can make a lot of improvements in a couple months in the gym if they're consistent. But when it comes to if you really feel like
Literally just
you're
sparks.
not having any kind of growth and getting results, and you don't feel better still after a few months in the gym, give yourself a chance first the natural way. And if you still feel like you're not getting anywhere, then if you're still unhappy, then that's when I would say, okay, maybe consider the next option.
I mean, I will also say that I did try
If
the
that's what you
gym
want.
for a while. Gym is not for me. I
Because
used to
a
be.
lot of it's genetics.
Well, yeah, I used
As
to
if
be.
you ever
I
needed
used
it.
to. Well,
Give yourself a chance
there
first
was a while that I
before the
was like
next thing.
150 pounds, and I'm only 4'11", so 150 pounds of my
That's way
height.
back in-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
a
you're
lot of
still
weight.
good.
So I tried to go to the gym. The gym did not help me. What really helped me is I eat shitty. Okay, I eat trash. Okay, I eat carbohydrates
I'm about to go get some ice
10
cream.
times a day. I don't eat good at all. I eat a lot of like junk and candy, like
And my
potatoes.
wings.
But I intermittent fast. What helps me is I intermittently fast, especially like during like towards my period.
So,
All I
Do you
want to
eat
do,
a lot of, like,
I don't have a
grains?
period, but
all
like
I want to do is
yeah,
eat during my period. So the week before my period, I'm doing a fast. Like if you feel like the gym isn't helping, maybe it's a diet thing. Maybe just it's a simple
It
like
could be any number of
it could be
things.
any number of things. So
you
just
should give
try
yourself a
all
chance
of the
first.
things before you like make any decisions.
And-
Because surgery can be really dangerous, and that's something people don't talk about.
Well, it's not even just surgery. Like
could
even if
lose
it's
your
lip
life.
filler.
it's more dangerous depending
think
on
about
where
it.
you go to have it done.
Well,
Some people are like, I don't have 7,500, but I got 4. Let me go to Dr. Komodo, Dr. Kevorkian, and get my procedure done. However, though, let me back that up. What you were saying, at the end of the day, the reason why and I love what you said. And I'm gonna combine them. The reason why a lot of women are literally doing these procedures is because they don't have the discipline, the tenacity, the adamant. They're not adamant about.
They don't have the work ethic.
And they have not gone to the gym.
their mothers
They have,
don't
and even if
show
hold on, look, I'm gonna say this real quick. And even if they went to the gym, they did not make it to the point where the discipline actually kicked in and they actually put in the work. They didn't even try. They're just like, and then some of them just literally don't even know what a gym is. What is a gym? Is that like another class in school? Like, no, it's literally where you go and work and chisel your body.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, some of them is like, nah, I don't want to go to the gym. They're lazy. At the end of the day, they want it right now. They don't. They want it right now. Here it is. I'm gonna go out here and use my pretty privilege. Hey, look, bro, like I'm trying to get these done for you, and knowing that they ain't even gonna be the one touching on them. Like, you feel me? You feel what I'm saying? They're lazy. They don't want to. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to put in the work. Because I promise, if you actually went to the gym, actually put in the work, genuinely, transparently, like literally diligently, and went in that gym and work your arms, chest, back, core, and all that, and then you will literally look better than whatever the fuck they're gonna put in your body, honestly. And they're like, oh well, I can't go to the gym. I work this, I work that, blah 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 blah.
Can you
At the end of the day,
imagine
like
being a parent
I
being
promise
like,
you, like
I
and
lost my kid to surgery.
it's kind of hypocritical because at the end of the day, like I have a gym membership and I don't go every day, and I literally be like through depression and just my discipline lacks a little bit, but at the end of the day, I still look.
Yeah.
I still, even if I like don't go to the gym, I'm like doing like push-ups and I got like dumbbells and curls at the house where I'm trying to do something like all the time or as much as I can based on the level of depression that week, level of discipline that week. Because seriously, like with the diabetes and the medicine they gave me, I have a body of a active, athletic 25-year-old. If I took this off, I'd be like, holy shit, he's what? How old is he? No, that ain't. What?
Like, no way, I don't believe you.
Can't be. And if it wasn't for the gray hairs, you wouldn't believe me. You feel me? But at the end of the day, because I have it and I'm trying to hold on to it, like for the last 8 months, give or take, I've looked the best that I've looked in my entire fucking life.
Well,
last year, I was, my clothes made me look good. Last year, my clothes made me look good. I didn't have a fucking six pack. I didn't have fucking goddamn biceps and flexing my shit. You feel me? I had a gym membership 2023, 2024. I didn't go not one fucking day. But this year, diabetes said, no, and I don't have diabetes no more. I'm mentioning it because it literally made me become serious about my health. The medicine I take, I haven't taken it in 2 or 3 days. And the last time I didn't take it in 2 or 3 days, my sugar went up. My sugar's still down.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't take your medicine, but
I know that. I know. Oh, you see, that's that pretty privilege. That's
literally, what is wrong with you? No. I do want to add into something. I want to add into something that doesn't tie into the gym thing, but it also ties into the pretty privilege. The generation that like I'm in, some women were only taught one way to use from our mothers. Some of us not, but some of us were this was inherent to us.
Yeah.
This was inherent to us. This is what our mothers taught us. We saw our mothers use themselves in order to get what they needed to do to survive for us children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So some of it is inherent, but like also you can break the chain. But I will say, some of it was passed down. Like that, we did learn some of these traits that some of us pretty privileged women have. We learned those traits by seeing our mothers take care of us, doing what they needed to do. Because yes, now it's hard to live because it's so expensive. But a lot of our mothers, they were single mothers. They were just trying to make it and get through every fucking day. So they did what they had to do. And yes, they tried to shelter us from everything that we shouldn't have seen, but we did see some of it and we did carry it with us. So that's why, like, I see everything that's going on, but some of it is inherited.
Exactly.
Not like genetically, but like just visually. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's exactly
some
why
women don't mean to do it. That's all they know how to do.
And that's real shit because when I was growing up, which is, further back, kids weren't out. So when grown-ups were
be your own person.
When grown-ups were around each other, no kids allowed. Get your ass in your room, go outside and play, go in the basement. And nowadays, literally, like, I've witnessed totally it, different. I've seen it, and it's literally like, hey, bring me that. You got the kids bringing beer, bringing shot, bringing weed, bringing whatever.
I saw
and they literally are not shielded from the
twerking
things
in a
that
TikTok
grown-ups
and they
do.
looked
Yeah.
like they
So
were
like,
7.
and at the end of the day, like
I was like,
parents are literally like including their kids to the degree that you arguing with this fucking toddler or teenager or whatever as if they're equal. The fuck? Where the
And that's
parents
not
at?
sometimes.
So
Stay in your age.
that brings me to another aspect of pretty privilege. You know what's really
Like,
pretty?
they're not wrong.
What's really pretty is when a parent, single or not, is literally being a parent and not a friend,
Yes,
and
being
not
a
not
parent.
an enabler. In other words, I've seen
That power's not
all
allowed.
different sides of it where young mothers are literally like, nah, my kid. Look, you need to bounce, go to your room. They're separating
You're
them
a parent,
from
not a
grown
friend.
shit, and then there's some that are literally like the kid is basically just their food stamp check, their motherfucking paycheck, their motherfucking goddamn. That's their backstage pass to a lot of things that they utilize, and literally like, oh, babysitter, boom, I'm out. At the end of the day, a real parent is teaching, grooming,
What's
coaching,
right and
and
wrong.
growing their child to survive in life. Some of these young parents, hell, some of these older
They're trying to
parents,
be the cool
some of these
parents,
older
that's where they
parents
fuck up.
are literally just basically like coexisting
They're
with
being
this
the best
child,
friend. They're being
and the
the best
child
friend
is
instead of
literally
parent.
doing the
That's
best they
just
can
not a healthy
because the child
dynamic.
doesn't know no better at the end of the day. And the child is basically just picking up and not being
They're
chastised,
not
not being
acting their
disciplined,
age.
not being corrected. Like at the end of the day, these two right here, amazing mothers.
You know, I saw
Love
a
their
child at the
kids.
pool. I saw a child at the pool, a girl. It was a group of girls. I kid you not. They looked about 6 or 7, maybe 7 years old. I saw them making a TikTok like on their phone. Why did they have a phone at that age? I don't even know. They looked really young. They were twerking like in thong bikinis by the public pool for everyone to see. They were twerking. Do you know what song they were singing on TikTok?
Do you know
Throat
why?
Baby.
Do you know why they
Throat
had a phone?
Baby. I said, what is going on?
Because their parents dropped them off at the pool.
I didn't
Parents
even
are-
have a phone till like 16,
I
17.
didn't have a phone until I
Damn,
was
yeah.
16 years old,
They
and
ain't
it was
have
a
phones
rumor
back
touch. A
These
flip
children
phone.
are not 20 years
Okay,
old.
but there's parents these days. It's
They don't
something
care.
different. No, but it's not that they don't
That's
care.
not
They grew up so strict. They're trying to be the best friend to their children, and that's where like
Like the
everything is
cool
going
mom,
on.
cool dad.
I will say I grew up like shitty, but at some point, like I did start getting sheltered to all the things that I
Yeah.
shouldn't have been seeing. My mother, she is not the best person ever. I know that there's positions that she put me in that I should not have seen, but
A
if she had,
7-year-old shouldn't be
if she
twerking
had,
in a thong.
listen, if my mother, I'm not gonna lie, when I was like 10 years old, my mom used to leave me in a camper, and I would like, she'd leave the bag, she'd tell me how much money they're supposed to bring back. They don't do that. They do not do that to you unless they have a reason. My mother is not the best mother at all, but I would tell you that I would not have grown up with the mindset, my manners, the values that I have for myself if I wouldn't have.
And don't take this the
It's
wrong
all
way.
about how you take it.
But
It's about how
twerking
you
in a
grow.
thong at 7 years old.
Okay, but their mothers
That's
probably
inviting
twerk in their
predators.
phones.
No, I get that.
No, but
They're
like
gonna set an
they're
example.
It's
they're
not to say that it's right or wrong. It's a
But that's gonna
reality.
invite
It's just,
predators.
but it's just a reality.
but they leave them
It's
at
just
the
a reality,
pool.
and that was my
No,
whole
I
point.
get that.
They leave
No, I
them
see
at the
what you're saying.
pool.
I know.
It's not right. It's not saying whether
makes
it's
me
right or
sad.
wrong. And at the end of the day, that is the premise. That's the premise for a lot of young parents, because again, that was my whole rant. At the end of the day, they're not teaching,
They're setting them
coaching,
up for failure.
grooming. They're not shielding or protecting. They're basically just enjoying the little
Right.
tiny little friend that they have,
Exactly.
A parent is a
and they
protector.
utilize that friend. That ain't
Why
even
aren't you
pretty privilege.
protecting?
That's parental privilege. It's like
And-
you have to listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm your parent. Blah blah blah. I need to have my fun.
No,
I don't
you
want to
should
look.
be
No, let me.
protecting them.
No, it should be. But this ain't what it should have. The reality is, the parents are literally like, I need to live my life because I had you too early, and you gonna do what I say, and we're gonna go through this, blah blah blah. And you feel me? Not that they're saying it exactly like that, but at the end of the day, parents want to live a portion of fun, and they do not want to be handicapped or slowed down or subjected because of a fucking child.
But you don't
So
have
the
to
child does not have no say. You're gonna do what I say, and if they have another one, they want them like carriage, like caravan type baby have motherfuckers.
You don't
They
have to
literally-
subject your child to any of that fucking shit because
You shouldn't.
I'm a woman of 25 years old. My child
You
does
are
not get
cut from a
subjected to
different cloth.
any because
You
I'm
still need
cut
to
from a
teach them the things.
You're
no,
not
but
really
I
done.
do. I do. My son. One thing I need to teach him. I want somebody to come into the store that I'm at, like a gas station, and grab his
let me
little
tell you
ass.
It's your
something. This
job
one
to
here,
either protect
and
her when
I
you
didn't
can't
even want to
defend
go there,
yourself.
but you're gonna make me go there. And at the end of the day, this one here jerks my heart because of what we've gone through over the years. I've watched her and her son on her stories and what she's telling me, and at the end of the day, people say one thing and she matches her story, whatever she told me, and whatever I see in her story. That little baby from birth till now,
I can tell you.
I can see.
I do my best.
I know
I can tell.
for a fact that this one here is literally pouring. You
Yeah.
can hear me. Pouring love, pouring knowledge, pouring her wisdom, literally
Nourishment.
separating herself from the world. Whatever she do for a living, she works multiple jobs. Hardworking woman. At the end of the day, she pours her love, her devotion, her dedication, her loyalty into her son, and to watch him from an infant until now, little curly haired, beautiful little boy that's literally like all into his mom. He's peaceful. He don't look like he's having a hard time. He don't look like, what I'm saying, he's struggling with people skills, with interaction. They interact seamlessly, synced. That is a beautiful thing to see from a young mom who literally has the world on her fucking back.
That's what being
Who
parent
literally
is.
has the world trying to attack her from
And
all different
selfless.
directions, and yet she takes those blows and still loves on that little boy.
And she's
And
selfless.
that is a beautiful thing. Like I said, I ain't gonna bring nobody on here that's a bum or some bullshit or on some weird shit. And then I ain't bringing up top-notch people to come on my show. This one here, hardest working woman I
That's
know.
a beautiful thing.
She's
to
a
see.
girl.
I
I'm
see.
about to give you some praise.
Thank you.
I got the mic right now. I got both mics. Give me these mics. At the end of the day, this one here, fucking hard worker, amazing songwriter and singer, dancer, in the military, protecting you motherfuckers. You feel me? At the end of the day, got the look of so many different models. Like you ain't gonna never see him the same thing on the show. Like
And you haven't.
and pulls
haven't.
me
look like a
and
sexy
makes me
carrot
have to
today.
goddamn come out my closet with my little polar bear shit.
I'm sorry.
you know what I'm
I was
saying,
just like a little ghost over here.
Hey,
That's my
no,
vibe.
you are gorgeous.
You're giving
fine.
like sexy
You-
teacher vibes.
You're giving sexy mom
Like,
vibes.
is
Is
it
it
a
like
lesson?
the sexy teacher
Teach
vibe?
us something today.
All
At
right.
the end of the day,
We're ready.
I've seen moms who ain't worth a fucking
Shit.
shit. Gorgeous as can be. Baby literally you doing the most to keep him away from you so that you can be hoish and do whatever and literally just, can't wait till this little motherfucker had to go to sleep type shit because he sleep for 12 hours. Like at the end of the day, bro, like I don't judge nobody. I'm glad that I got 5 kids and all my
And I
moms,
get,
the 3 moms of my 5 kids
parents and
were really good mothers, not the best baby moms or whatever we had. But at the end of the day, I can't complain because all my kids are doing an amazing thing. None of my kids have been locked up. None of them know what handcuffs feel. At the end of the day, I broke that cycle because we talking about cycles and shit. You feel me? Like they have literally, like my son, he's an amazing, accomplished writer. KS290, K $ 290. Look him up. He's a bad motherfucker. He literally is a bad motherfucker. He wrote me some songs that was fire. He writes hits overnight, no correction needed. Like I never known anybody except for her. Miss Yurt, y'all need to look her up. Sammy Yurt, because she don't spell it out for you. I'm not. Just replay it until you get it
You
right.
guys know.
Sammy Yurt, she's everywhere.
Yurt.
All platforms. Amazing songwriter, singer. and dancer
Thank you.
and model and literally like
It's just my hustle. I work very hard because
she
I
was
said
like-
in
You work
I
so
said in
amazing.
another episode, I said when somebody has, you know what makes a hustler different? Somebody who's a real hustler, like the hustle in anything is gonna be a lot different when you have something to hustle for. Someone who's just fucking around doing it for fun. I hustle through my pain. I take care of people. I use my hustle, the money that I make at work. I take care of my mother. I have people that I tend to and take care of, and I hustle a lot different than somebody who doesn't have a reason.
And not
family
only,
oriented.
not only will I say
That's why I
her
work hard.
hustle is so hard that like she's definitely hustled so hard that she's helped me in
Shout out
multiple
to my mom.
situations. When we are at work together, we've gotten dances together, double dances. Like she's hustling so hard, not only for
I'm not a
herself,
hater, like
but the people around her. Like she genuinely like tries to help everybody
I really
if
do.
she can. Like
And I try to bring
she's one of
customers
the
to the
prettiest
stage.
girls, and she gets
She's
the
one of
most.
the most
I have a
innocent
huge
people
heart.
that I know.
I want
And
everybody to win.
and no matter, I'm gonna tell y'all something too. And
We can
I don't
all
know if
win.
none of
We can
y'all
all eat.
other bitches from this
Just
club
love it.
are watching. If you're a hater, maybe you are, maybe you're not.
I'm
But
not a hating ass bitch. Like
That y'all need to go back and watch Angels and Demons episode because at the end of the
everybody
day,
alive.
this angel right here will never be demonized. This angel right here will never be demonized. Because one thing I notice about her, Miss Yuri, is when I say a pure soul, this is a pure soul. She does not let them weird bitches in the club who are hating on her because she comes in every fucking night and never brings her trauma,
I leave it
never
alone.
brings her drama,
Her day,
never brings anything negative. She
but
comes
her-
in and she's literally
Put on my
always
ready to work.
always happy go lucky. Not that she's
Mhm.
happy go lucky, not that she don't have no
I
problems,
just
not
put my
that she
game
don't
in,
have
just
no
like, I
pain,
push through
not
the
that she
pain.
don't have no struggles, but because she knows that one, I'm at work, I leave my shit at the door, I come in this place,
Mhm.
and I'm literally like not about to bring this shit to this guy or this guy or this guy. I'm literally about to come in here and try to make somebody's day.
And as she does,
No matter
and
what
that's-
she's going through.
and that's why she gets so much hate
And
because
that's why.
she's always straight to the point and always on her game. And even and I can say this wholeheartedly, even when she's not making money, bitches are still mad at her. They
And-
are
and-
still
and-
there,
and-
still
and-
mad
Because
at
I
her.
still have a
And
good
look,
time,
and look,
good
And look,
attitude,
we're giving her praise, but this one here,
smile.
same way. She comes in that bitch and she's literally the energizer
Life
bunny
is
is
too short
from start to finish.
to be
Barely get a
fucking
word in with
brat.
me, and I'm like, bro, I'm family. Who am I? Like, I'm coming back. I'm coming
We
back.
all have
At
bad
the end of the
days,
day,
but
this one here, hard worker, grinder, and back to the hustling thing. They don't hustle people. Make that make sense? You don't understand
it's
what I'm saying.
easy to hate.
There's one thing
but I have
about
a reason
hustlers,
that I hustle the way I do.
because I hustle. I
have
make.
people that
I'm
care for
I'm an
me.
independent
Mhm.
contractor. I've done. I'm
My
like,
mom is my
I
fucking
do.
rock.
I do home renovations. I do a lot of things, but I don't hustle people. I don't manipulate people. I don't take advantage of people, and they don't either. But there are people in this world, in this club that we at, and in this world in general, that hustle people. That's horrible. Because at the end of the day, like, why you gotta hustle someone? If you know how to be about your business and you know how to talk to people, you know how to handle situations, you should not have to hustle people.
You should just have
It
to
takes a
hustle
lot
it.
of strength
That is
to
a
put all
horrible,
that shit at the door
predatory,
and come in with the
malicious
same
act
face
when
and
you
smile.
hustle
And
people.
I will say that
You have to
something
be
that
strong.
it is done to like in the industry. Ladies, do you like being hustled and hassled by a man? It's like, oh, I'm
Fuck
gonna
no.
give you this. I'm gonna
No,
do this.
they're
that.
here for us.
That's
We're not here
just
for
like
them.
you like hustling them. So like all you gotta
Be
do when I tell you
confident.
that I'm the weirdest being ever, like,
She really
and
is.
I can still like
But the
get
realest-
tipped or
Be
get a
confident.
dance. Like, yeah, there are people that you might have to hustle, but if you're just
No.
you don't have to.
Mm-mm.
You generally don't have to. If you I walked up to a man one
You
night
don't
and I
have to be
told him
rude
he
to them.
looks like the scary guy off of Scooby Doo.
So No, what I
Like, you don't have to be
so
rude to
like no,
them.
Yeah, but
you
it
can be
wasn't
like,
what
rude.
I mean
Yeah,
is
that's
at the end of the day,
"Alright, cool, have a good
they
night. Enjoy yourself."
no, at the end of the day, like so you come to a strip club, these girls are there to provide you a fantasy. At the end of the day, call it what you want. That is not what I mean by hustling people. What I mean by hustling people is being a manipulator, gaslighter, a liar, and literally like getting over on people.
It's all about
That's
intent.
not. I'm not talking about
100%.
when you come to a strip club and she literally made you feel like the shit. That's her fucking job, bro. You went there to feel like the shit, and if you felt like the shit, then you paid what you're supposed to pay to feel like the shit.
And we're not going
And
to
and,
this.
and outside
And our
of the
job
outside of the strip
is to
club,
make
because
money.
yes, that is their job. That is their job to
It's
provide.
so dancing.
That is their job to provide a fantasy. You went there because you didn't like that fat bitch you live with at home. You feel me? Or you're single, or you are just having a good time, or whatever it means, or whatever it actually is. The strip club is literally. I'm taking that out of this equation. Okay. In real life, there are people that literally like, you know what I'm saying, are just they're predicated on a dollar or predicated on a transaction. You feel me? In order to achieve and like achieve that transaction, they have to deceive you or they have to convince you. Sometimes it's one and the same. You feel me? When you conceive someone, you convince them. You feel me?
I'm very
But at the end
upfront.
of the day, like to hustle someone, you know,
I also
because
respect
one,
honesty.
when I mean by hustle a person, your intentions are not what you present to that person to make them believe whatever it is that you're throwing at them. I don't move that way. I'm honest. I give it 100%. I give it like
There's
transparent.
no reason to lie.
There's no reason to lie.
And I
And I've
get
had
selling
bitches lie to
things,
me
but
over the years,
just tell
time
someone.
after time after time. And at the end of the day, you know what the dumbest thing I've ever said, and I keep saying it, I still would have did what I did.
And I've had guys
The
tell me
titties that I
straight
bought,
up,
$7,500
I don't
3
like
years
you.
ago,
Cool.
if she would have been honest and
Say
upfront,
honesty.
literally, I still would have did it because her story touched my heart. I fixed her crooked ass body and her uneven titties, and now she's literally like living her best life with a little weird ass. And he's not weird; he's actually pretty cool. A little Baywatch looking dude. The dude with the gold. He had gold hair like you, but his was probably a little bit lighter.
Goldilocks.
You know the dude you talking to, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the one that wouldn't even buy a Voss water
I didn't
at
even
Lust.
think that
$16
Apple
Voss
existed.
water. I paid for $7,500 titties.
Not even a
My
$3
bestie,
bottle.
my bestie princess was like, do not buy that Voss water. Literally, do not buy that Voss water. You bought her
Motherfucker like
titties.
that probably
Her
has an
nigga
eviction
is sitting
notice.
up on the couch. Let him
You
buy
can't
it.
even
And
get
then
a
when
$3
she said that, when princess said that, it literally was like, you know what?
Like,
You're
what?
right. I ain't buy shit else after that. And you know what? She stopped talking to me. Slow down talking to me. Bitch, you had 70, you almost $8,000 on your fucking chest, bitch. And you mad because I didn't buy a Voss water? $16? Do the math. $16, $8,000. $16, fix your body. $16, you got your dream guy. Fuck
I
that
respect the fuck out of people who just straight up tell me the truth though. I will literally tell customers that come in the truth. Hey, you know, what are you here for? What are you doing out tonight? Like, what's your intentions? How are you feeling? Are you feeling me? Do you like me? Do you like, you know, what we're talking about? Do you like the vibe, the energy, all that kind of stuff? What are you trying to get into?
shit.
Would you like a dance? What, you know, what are you thinking about? What would you like to do? They'll straight up tell me, nah, I'm not really, I don't want to dance. I'm not feeling nothing. You know, I'm just grabbing a beer, whatever.
Mhm.
All right, cool. But you told me in, you know, 10, 15 minutes, you didn't sit here and act like you liked me and wanted to spend time with me and spend money and help me out
Mhm.
for 8 fucking hours. Like, you didn't drag me on the whole damn night. I respect the fuck out of a man, a customer, that straight up tells me,
Mhm.
no, it's okay. Like, I don't have any money. I'm sorry. Like, I like you or I don't like you, but it's not happening.
And I'm gonna tell you
cool.
this.
I
I'm gonna tell you
respect
this
you.
because
I'm
at the
not
end of the
mad
day,
at you.
I'm
Thank you.
partial. I'm partial
So I can
in the
move
club. I am unofficial security, house brother officially because they won't pay for it. At the end of the day, I'm not there for the guys. I'm there for the
Yeah.
girls. And literally, like at the end of the day, I want them to get there and do their job and
Just
leave
tell the
safely.
truth.
This one here, for years. And let me tell you something. She's extremely smart, book smart. At the end of the day, she knows how to
I have
dance.
an IQ of like 137, y'all.
That must be good, right? Because I'm too dumb to even know what that number means. All right, so look.
I just goof around and act like a dweeb.
At the end of the day,
but I am very smart.
she's extremely smart.
If I try.
She literally has an amazing, no style is needed flavor. Like she comes and literally like she pours into her look, she pours into her style. But at the end of the day, in that club, it can be a little bit confusing and disorienting when, as good as she knows she looks, and when guys are literally not,
But they expect
pouring
you to
to.
be an
I'm giving you homage. I'm paying you homage right now. Let me finish it. And then, like, at the end of the day, she knows she looks good. She knows her outfit is fly as fuck. She just did her hair tonight. Like, look at her, fly as fuck, right?
I dyed it like 2 hours.
Pretty privilege. I got the prettiest of the prettiest on the show. It is what it is, and I got tons of other best friends that are pretty too. Whatever. But the stage is only so big. It is what it is. But when she comes to moi and been doing this for years, been knowing her almost 4 years, take a little bit more, whatever. And then she'll come to me, the most biased motherfucker in there, because fuck these dudes at the end of the day, because some of them come in there trying to put fucking shit in your drink. Not that they can take you home because they know security walks you to your car.
They're just
You feel me?
like
At the end of the day, like they just want to sit back and watch a motherfucker goddamn crash out or fall out or do some dumb shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes come in these places and they're weird and they're on weird vibes. But she'll come to me and it's like, well, do you think this and do you think that? And she'll ask certain questions and I will give her, a little pep talk from the house, bro. Because, whatever. At the end of the day, once we have our little pep talk, and we've been doing this for the longest, literally, pop, 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 pop. She's literally popping them out.
I'm not rude to anyone.
And it's not even that she just doesn't
honest.
have, that she can't like do it on her own, but like when you have a man give you encouragement or like a little push from a man's point of view, literally like it literally just like centers her for whatever reason, and she literally just be popping them out. And I don't even see the rest of the night because she's literally got them getting dances, like she's literally like rocking the shit out. You know
I tell people, I've had guys literally tell me, "You're annoying. You're way too much. I don't really rock with your energy because I'm like an energizer bunny. I'm like very high energy. I'm very bubbly. I crack a lot of jokes. I try to make people laugh. I'm just like boom. I'm out there. I'm just very like high energy type of person." And guys will literally tell me at work, "I think you're really annoying. You're too much for me. I don't like it, but you're pretty. Like, I find you attractive. You're pretty, but I don't really like the energy because," and I said, "You know what? That's cool. Like, but I'm not going to change myself. I'm still going to be myself because at the end of the day, we're also in a nightclub.
For 4 years.
Do you want like a fucking doorknob? Like, do you want a doorknob? We're in a nightclub.
Some do.
It's supposed to be high energy, fun, a good vibe. We're all having a good time, stress-free, cracking jokes, laughing, smiling. I want to see people smiling, having a good time. Why would you want me to even be a doorknob? But some guys, they're just like, I'm an energizer bunny, though. It's who I am. I'm just fun. I'm upbeat. I crack a lot of jokes.
She's
I'm a comedian.
human and she has human feelings.
But I'm not going to change myself.
That is the most purest, safest thing about her. This one here, a little bit more street edgy, but at the end of the day, still has a heart, still human.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, do not piss my folks off. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you got to see me. Because at the end of the day, I am the executioner. And can I tell about the situation?
Go ahead.
So when I say like I'm the security unofficially because they don't pay me for it, this one here, Miss Sammy Uric.
Sammy Uric, Aqua.
And I spell it. You really be making them feel good.
Whatever you want to call it.
But at the end of the day, I seen this dude in our club that was, and I'm not even telling nationality because it don't fucking matter. At the end of the day, he did some weird rapey vibes. He was trying to find an easy. He was trying to find a situation to get his rocks off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not on my watch. At the end of the day, he literally profile her because one, she was very bubbly, very
Came in there on
very
friendly
friendly.
vibes.
But that's her job to be
Immediately.
friendly. You feel me? At the end of the day, she was a little lit, a little bit more than normal. You feel me? I already peaked him because I'm an empath, so I peaked his vibe and what time he was on. You feel me? Um, he got to dance. He only got a one song, and if you don't know what that means, that literally means he paid $80 for one song. The average song is 2.5, 3 minutes, depending on what they played in the dance room in the back. You know, no more than 2.5, 3 minutes. You feel me? Um, there's a waiting area outside of the dance area. You feel me? Um, there's a waiting area outside dance area, and they sat waiting for the guy that holds the dances, that opens the door, lets them in, show them your ticket, that you go in and get your dance right. I already had weird energy watching him, and at the end of the day, when I get on security mode, because normally I go in the club, I'm chilling, that's my spot.
He just goes into protective mode.
I'm
knows all the
literally
girls,
like
and he's
I'm
like,
sitting at my same table, my same
"Cares about
section.
us."
I'm drinking. I'm just chilling. I literally have hired girls at this club. You feel me? And they don't pay me for that, and I don't ask them to. You feel me? Because if I know somebody needs a job and they literally about their business and they got
And they're
skills, they
not
look
getting
good,
something out of it.
I'm gonna
That's
bring
how you
them
know you
to
really
the
care.
club owner. Like me and the club owner have a vibe and a chemistry where if I bring her a girl, she's hired. No audition, no nothing. She might ask a few questions. Do you have transportation? Blah blah blah. How many
They
days?
just
Like,
fuck you
and
up.
at the end of the day,
It's a
she's
good
gonna
move.
vet her. She's gonna vet the girl. The girl's not gonna have to do nothing other than but walk in the door. And not only does she not like make them audition, but when they walk through the door with me, they get hired and work that same night. You feel me? That's love between me and the owner. Like she respects who I bring to her, and most of the girls that I brought to her literally make money. They get in the top five. These, you know what I'm saying? There's a girl that I didn't technically bring there, but I sent her there, and she's been in the top five. You know what I'm talking about, Gabby? She's been in the top five or the top, since she's been. They love her to death, and she's been through some shit. At the end of the day,
You vouch for
not
it.
perfect, but because by association, she knew she was my people's. I saved some jobs. You feel me? But this one here literally was, very very friendly
And I'm very
and
glad
very,
he was
very,
there that
very,
night.
very drunk,
Hearing
this
about it
particular night.
makes
And
me
this
very
dude
upset
looked
and angry.
like he wanted to take advantage. So like when they were sitting in the back staging area waiting for the dance, at that point I was on alert mode. I'm no longer having fun. I ain't worried about my drink. I ain't worried about shit for real at this point. And I'm put myself in a physical position where I could literally have a bird's eye view and watch the vibe. This little rapey vibe, weird motherfucker literally put his lips on her lips
Like came up to me
to
and gave me
kiss
like a
her.
fucking smooch.
And at the end of the
like
day,
grabbed my
at
face
that
and
point,
kissed
it
me.
was a wrap. I immediately, instinctively, definitively,
I'm so
what? Hey,
glad
bro,
they put him in
back the
this
fuck
place.
up.
Because I was so
I'm not
lost,
security.
like,
I don't work there.
Yeah.
At the
that
end of
makes
the
me
day,
sad.
when it comes to these females, bro,
It's not
you're
consensual.
gonna get
It
worse
makes me
from me
upset.
than you're gonna get from security. He instantly, oh my man.
I'm glad there was
And-
someone to
and-
tell him like, hey,
and-
dude, like fuck
and-
off, you can't be doing that.
And what pissed me off though was there was another girl dancer who was like, "Oh, Babu, you don't really want to shut the fuck up." I'm not about to stop and let this nigga literally put his tongue, who
And
knows
I
where the
get
fuck
not
it's
causing
been,
a scene,
what he has,
but
in this
still,
innocent girl's mouth. Like
if
really
somebody
for
can't
for
put
one
her-
song, you literally got
make her
2 minutes
fucking
and 30
leave.
seconds, and you
Get
literally
out.
like, who knows what he's gonna try to do
Leave.
once he gets her in the back. So at the end of the day, I
No.
told her, I said, look,
Leave.
I'm not about to wait
You're doing too
and go
much.
find security and then come back. No, I'm gonna handle it. And then
Yeah,
you get mad at
you're
me for
too
protecting
much.
one of your
Leave.
girls, then something's wrong with y'all. You feel me?
And I
Something's
honestly
wrong with
appreciate
y'all.
that.
And she was
I
like,
really
well,
do.
That's why.
she threw her hands up all the way.
I don't
No,
need
bitch.
someone grabbing
At
on
the end
my
of the day,
face
as
and
her
shit, touching
co-worker,
me, doing
you
stuff.
should have went and
No.
literally jumped. Hey, no.
You see someone
You feel
strong,
me?
like,
That's what I said in the last episode. Women,
they're not
yeah,
in
you
their right
got a friendly competition. Y'all in the same place, and y'all literally both, y'all all trying to get bread. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if
Predator.
you seeing a girl being taken advantage of,
No,
fuck your money,
yeah.
fuck your competition, protect your sisterhood, stupid. Because at
And
the end of
that's
the
why I
day,
say-
I'm not waiting on nobody. If I see a bitch getting violated, getting taken advantage of, bro, you're gonna have a fucking problem. Dead ass. Because
That's why I'm not a
I
hater.
literally could have been in any situation where I could have took advantage of so fucking many. But I don't move like that. I don't need to move like that. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, he backed the fuck up. I told 2 seconds. I backed the fuck up. I told the guy that was running the jump, I said, look, this dude really already tried to violate her. At the end of the day, bro, you better be watching that fucking
Then he
camera.
tried
Because
something
I can't
else,
watch the
like,
camera. I
no.
told him, I was like, nah, bro,
He
you make
was
sure
well
you
aware.
watch the camera. And make sure
No.
that he don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then like literally wanted to get another dance, you know, with this particular not today, bro.
No,
Not today.
fuck that shit.
Yeah. Go ahead, right?
What I was gonna say is that is a huge reason exactly why I am not a hater. I am not a hater on women. I'm not gonna be a bitter, bitchy fucking women to my coworkers, to other women. Because at the end of the day, like I said in the other episode, imagine if that was you in their position. Even if you don't really rock with that person, that's not your best friend, your buddy, your pal, whatever, that's still another woman. And as a woman, how would you feel? We still need to stick together, and you should still care about somebody's safety. You should still care about these other women's safety. Because what if that was you? What if that happened to you and that you were in that position? How would you feel?
Would you want
You
somebody
still
to
should
go
care
and
about
run
each
and go
other's
get
safety,
security?
and girls
That's
still
the
need to
reason
stick
minutes to 2
together.
minutes. While
Girls
this
should
little
stick
motherfucker's
together
literally
still.
I got
sticking his weird ass, dirty ass
I
tongue in your
got
mouth.
a dance 3 weeks ago, and the girl who got a dance with the man before me said he's completely nice, he's completely fine. I went into that dance on 2 songs
No,
in.
tell them.
I left the dance bawling my eyes out. I sat at the bar for an hour and a half bawling my eyes out because of what happened to me in that dance. I didn't work anymore. I didn't get on stage. I went home to
We
say
need to stick together.
that some girls do not stick together. I know for a fact that she went through some shit in that dance.
Tell them.
And she didn't tell me.
I tell girls
She
if someone's
said it was a
aggressive.
great dance. And then when I went in there, the bouncer literally had to tell him to sit the fuck down, and he would not sit the fuck down.
Like, not at all.
I've left 3 songs in, bawling my eyes out. I sat at the bar for an hour and a half, bawling my eyes out. I didn't work anymore. I didn't make any more money. When I tell you that there are some girls who do not like stick up for other girls, like that shit does happen.
Like, tell them.
Tell
If
them.
somebody's
Be honest
and
about what the fuck
you
is
know what?
happening.
Tell them.
Regardless of
warn them.
regardless of what the
It's their
establishment,
choice if they wanna
management,
dance or not.
owner tells these girls, I tell them because I've been in this situation in this
Still
industry
make
for a
them
minute.
aware.
If a man does something, first of all, you should be letting your rules be known before you even go back there.
Your
And once you
boundaries.
let those rules be known, if they violate, you give them a warning.
give 'em a
You feel
warning.
me? And then depending on how they violate, if
Do
he
it
stuck his
again,
finger in
get
your
the
shit,
fuck out.
you
Told
fucking
you.
walk the fuck out. At the end of the
Told
day, if they violate to the point and you see that they don't give a fuck, they can't see shit, they're too
We
drunk,
don't
whatever,
deserve that.
walk the fuck out, tell
We
the
don't
man,
deserve that.
and you know what? They lose their money, they gotta get the fuck out.
And
It
and
is
that's
what it
happened.
is.
This
And every
person-
club is different.
This person that I got the dance with, he has not been back since. The person that brought him there, his best friend, has not brought him back since nor spoken. When I can say that I was wholeheartedly respected in that shit, even though the girl didn't say anything to me. It was shitty. I didn't come to work for probably about 4 days after that. I took an
You
entire
probably
week
were
off.
really fucking shocked.
No,
Like,
I was just because I haven't went through
what the
anything
fuck?
like that since I had
Yeah,
left
wow.
Lust.
And it triggered
So
you.
it was just like the fact that like I had thought that I was friends with like the girls that had worked there, and like this person
Not
didn't say
cool.
anything to me. But that person has not been back, nor will they ever come back. So what I can say is that I know that I'm respected at the club that I work at. Every single worker, every single bouncer there has my fucking back. If I even give an inkling that a dance can be paid for, and if I walk up to the owner of the club, I
That
do
doesn't
not
mean
want to
they
do
can
that
be
dance.
harassing
Guess what? I don't have to do that dance. All I have to do is give a valid reason. I don't have to do that dance, and I haven't,
And we give a lot
and at
of
the
leeway.
end of the night, after not doing those, because there was one night where I turned down 3 dances, I went up to the owner and I said, "Thank you." I gave her money for not making me do those dances that were paid for because of how much I'm respected at this
I don't
club.
care if you got 15 million fucking dances.
Mm-mm.
If you're a rapist and I'm very polite, and I tell you, hey, like,
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. Like, you're hurting me. You're making me uncomfortable. Like, I don't feel safe. This is not okay. Like, I told you, like, this is not my comfort zone. And you keep poking and poking and poking my goddamn buttons. I'm very polite. So if I get to a point where I'm like, no, leave, get out, we're done. You deserved
Yep.
it. You deserved it. Because I'm very kind. I'm
Because
very
at the end of the
respectful,
day,
polite.
men, yeah,
People keep
y'all
poking
have
at your damn
a
buttons.
sense of authority
Like,
because
no.
you're spending money on who you can choose and pick. But when it comes down to being disrespectful, being rapey vibes, being predatory, being
Money
perverts
is
or
not
whatever,
worth being assaulted
you
and
can be cut
traumatized.
short. But the girls literally like, and hopefully there's other girls watching to know that first and foremost, if a motherfucker literally is making you feel uncomfortable, making you feel like you're being abused, you can say no.
And we warn them
And you
first.
don't have to feel
They
bad
don't listen.
about shit. You don't have to
They
feel
don't
bad.
listen. They
You
get
can
out.
literally step away and say,
But
dance
not,
over with.
but not only that, be okay with going home, not broke, but with less money. Take that L for your mental.
Because
And
you
I
didn't
can-
sell yourself short.
I can tell you as a girl who has taken that L more than once, actually a
No
lot
money's
at my
worth
own
being
my own club.
traumatized.
I've made more money at this club that I've been working at in the last 8 months than I did at the 3 years I made at my previous club because I took so many L's. It is okay to take that L for your mental, know your boundaries and know where you stand, but always know that if you are in that dance, you can stand the fuck up and you can
You
walk
can
the
set
fuck
your
out.
boundaries.
You
don't
can
feel
you
okay.
can be mean. You can
Don't
buck up
come
on
around
them.
me
Yeah.
and give me any inclination because I'm on point.
Oh, no.
Is
Same,
he still here?
But
Where
if you
he's at.
told them no,
same
and they keep
because
going,
hi, hello.
no, that's when you get mean.
Okay,
I
not
fucking told you.
okay. Even if it's
You ain't got to get me.
even,
I got you.
even if it's a woman, even
Nice
if you're in a
first.
double dance with a couple, even if it's a fucking woman who's being up all in your shit and licking all over your shit, do not be afraid to stand your fucking ground because I promise you, that bouncer, that girl, as long as you're honest, is going to have your back.
Yeah.
Okay, I sat at the bar.
And if they not
and
have your own back,
exactly,
at the end of the
have
day,
your own back.
fuck
I
what they say.
I
Walk the
needed
fuck
that
out.
money that night that I sat at the bar crying for an hour and a half. Do you know how many girls walked up to me, made sure that I was okay, made sure that that person wasn't
That's
going
why
to
I'm
come
a
back in
girl's
here?
girl. Like,
Aqua was one of the first people to walk out of that dance room because she was in there too and come up and make sure that I was okay. She
we're
was
supposed to have each
so
other.
busy
we're
that
supposed to
night.
be a family.
But like what I can say is the family that you think that you have, you need to double check
That's what
that
it
family
should
because
be.
it's the ones that you don't always think are there, but they are there.
I care a lot. I've been in some really unfortunate, sad, traumatizing situations, and I know how it feels, and it fucking sucks. So, as a woman, if I see somebody else, even if you're not, you know what I said, my best friend, I will make sure that you're safe, and I will be there for you. Like, I don't care if we're best friends, you're my buddy, like I said, woman to woman. You should make sure that person is safe. Are you safe? Are you in a safe situation? Do you have a ride? Are you okay? Did this person just assault you? Oh fuck no. They assaulted you? No. Get your fucking hands off that person. Get them off that woman. Get them off my my worker, my coworker. That's not okay. Get away, back off. Like we have each other especially in that environment where it's a lot of us women like working together, even if you're not really close, you should still understand the concept of that.
And that's
What
what
if
I
it
was
was
just
you?
about
We
to
have
say.
each other.
Me and Aqua haven't been super close. We've known each other for a lot of years.
It needs
But
to be like
but
that.
this last year, like we don't hang out, we don't text every day, but we've really like we've hung out
But I
so
would
much
never
at the
have her in a
club.
situation.
And even when we've gone to like we've hung out other places after that, like she's always checked me and I've always checked her. It's like it's a mutual understanding. Like I've known you for like what 4 years now, and we didn't get close until this club that we've worked at. It's all about an environmental difference. Like
We don't have to be besties.
she's not my bestie,
I
but
would
when I
not
can
let
tell
someone
you
fuck
that
with
if
her.
we see each other wherever we are, like we're texting and making sure, like, hey, you got home like this, da 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 da.
Yeah,
Like
just
we are not besties at all. But like this girl, I know that if she saw me anywhere, she's gonna have my back. You know what I
She
mean?
literally.
We have each other as
And at
girls,
the end of
man.
the day,
We need
it's,
to have
it's
each
about
other.
being
Like,
humane, and it's about sticking
it's a
together,
safety thing.
and it's not about a competition thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
But this has been an amazing season finale.
This was really long.
I literally can't. I didn't see myself getting into. I didn't when I started this season 2. This is finale. This is the last season. The next season you're gonna see is season 3. Step 1, step 2, step 3. We're gonna keep busting these jumps out. You
We have a
know,
lot of
at the
great
end of the day,
ideas
like
coming up.
I'm loving the love tonight. The
Mhm.
comments in the chat section. The number of people that are watching right now. Like at the end of the day, like I have episodes that are like 200 plus. Didn't think that would like. I mean, so I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. At the end of the day, we're not about to stop. We only going harder. We coming bigger next season with season 3. DJ Blaze, literally like he is a very
gonna
busy
light it up.
motherfucker. He's a very busy dude, and he's got like big top notch folks that's literally just dying to be on my podcast.
Yeah.
Why? But we gonna find out, and we gonna literally bust this joint out. And I appreciate my best friend Miss Dallas for coming.
Thank you
My
for having me,
co-star
guys.
Sammy Yerk.
Thank you guys. You
Gorgeous.
probably don't recognize me. I look like Anna Green Gables.
They recognize you. You ain't never the same anyway.
And
So
a
at the
green
end of the day,
podcast.
just look
I
at the
always-
eyes and you can recognize it.
I
But
always
like,
look like my little white ghost self.
but at the end
It's
of the day,
full now. I needed
she's
a
super
full
gorgeous.
life. I need a little
Sammy Yerk's super
change.
gorgeous. If you say I ain't pretty, fuck you. I don't care. But I'm
Yeah.
fly. And I
Hey.
stay fly. But anyway, appreciate y'all for checking us out. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the fucking views. Subscribe.
Yeah.
If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. At the end of the day, it's only gonna get better. I promise you. And funnier and weirder and stranger and whatever. Like
And this
Yeah.
channel
better
is
than
so
Netflix,
great because
better
it's
than
natural.
Hulu,
It's a
better
natural
than
vibe.
Disney. We're gonna entertain the
Not
fuck out you.
scripted.
At the end of the
Yep.
day, like you know, it is what it is. I love what I do.
It's just
Anything
a
I
vibe.
do good, I do passionately. And I'm gonna bring folks that's gonna like compliment that. And I'm gonna bring folks that's literally gonna help, keep that shit going. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, JB said, Jay, what's up, JB? What up, my nigga? What up, my dog? He said, Jay, Babu has spoken. Damn right.
Spoken and
Like,
served.
Hey, look,
as we
subscribe,
say.
and
We
follow.
only gonna get better. I'm literally working on something to where
Cheers,
I'm
y'all.
giving more of a studio look. You feel me?
Take a shot
I
for me.
promise you, like
Even
we
though
going
it's
to the
fucking
fucking
Tuesday.
top. I don't know how to do nothing else but rise and elevate. And this is, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate my guests. I appreciate everybody that's literally like fucking with us. Season finale. I wanted it to be the best. I wanted the best to be on here, and we did that. So
Sexy motherfuckers.
that
Oh,
part.
yeah.
That part.
I know
that
your
part.
mouth's drooling watching
And
this video.
If you haven't watched none of season 1, you need to watch where I've been and where I'm at, and you see the quality, and you see the sound quality, and but the girls, the quality's always been there. And no, I'm not a pimp, bitch. But I love y'all. Peace.
All right.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.